Hi friends, good day. This is Dr. L.J. Charles, the Director Skills Factory and a life skill trainer and facilitator for around 4 decades. In our previous video, The What of Servant Leadership, we have discussed the concept and the 10 principles of servant leadership identified by Robert K. Greenleaf and Larry Swiss Peirce. If you have not watched that video till now, then we highly recommend you to watch it before watching our video The Core of Servant Leadership, where the 10 principles of servant leadership are discussed in brief. Now in this video we are going to look into active listening, one of the 10 principles of servant leadership, in detail. Before moving on to active listening, let's make a recap of what servant leadership is. Servant leadership is a leadership style or approach that aims to usher in overall organizational development by focusing on and emphasizing the well-being and development of team members. Servant leadership style leads to higher engagement, trust, and collaboration within teams, ultimately benefiting the organization by fostering a positive and productive work environment. While traditional leadership approaches achieve organizational growth and development by using or exploiting employees, servant leadership approach achieves organizational growth and development by making them happy and delighted. Here at Skills Factory, we have incorporated all the 10 principles of servant leadership in its training program, People First Leadership, with exclusive sessions for each principle. We would like to take this opportunity to give a quick overview of the training programs and services offered at Skills Factory. Skill Factory is an organization dedicated to the development of human resources. At Skills Factory, we work to upskill and reskill students, teachers, business executives, and parents to help them grow more competent in their personal and professional life. We also offer skill-based and extra credit courses for students. For more details, please check the links in the description. Now let's see what active listening is. Listening is more than just hearing. Active listening is more than listening. It's listening with mind and heart put together. It's fully concentrating on the person and the message, understanding the message and the intent, responding appropriately, and remembering what is said by the speaker. It's a powerful communication technique used in counseling, training, and conflict resolution. Practicing active listening can improve communication and relationships in both personal and professional settings. All the techniques of active listening may be grouped under 4 categories: mirroring, paraphrasing, normalizing and validating, and summarizing. Mirroring involves subtly reflecting the speaker's body language, facial expressions, tone, and even the word choice to build rapport and show empathy. Let's see some of the key mirroring techniques. Mimic the speaker's posture and gestures. For example, if the speaker crosses their arms, you might do the same. Become just the replica or photocopy of the speaker. Reflect the speaker's facial expressions. For example, smile when the speaker smiles. Show concern when they look worried. Match the speaker's tone, pitch, and speaking pace. For example, if the speaker is talking very softly and slowly, you too talk very softly and slowly. Try to use the exact words and phrases used by the speaker. For example, if the speaker uses a specific phrase or word or terminology, incorporate all of them into your responses. You have to be very sincere in mirroring because it helps in building rapport and trust, enhancing understanding, improving the flow of communication. The next technique to see is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing involves restating the speaker's message in your own words to show and confirm understanding and to ensure clarity. The following techniques can be employed to improve paraphrasing. Pay close attention to the message the speaker wants to deliver. For example, focus on the main points, core message, and the emotions conveyed. Rephrase the speaker's message without altering its meaning. For example, what you are saying is, use the recap of what is said. So you are feeling happy about what has happened? You are feeling very sad with that person? Ask the speaker to confirm if your paraphrasing is accurate. For example, did I get that right? Ask them. Did I get what you said right? Ask them. Paraphrasing is important because it helps in clarifying the speaker's message, showing that you are listening and understanding, identifying any misunderstanding as early as possible. The next technique to see is validating. Normalizing and validating involves acknowledging and affirming the speaker's feelings, thoughts, and experiences to show empathy. This helps build trust, encourages open communication, and shows empathy. Let's discuss some techniques for normalizing and validating in active listening. Use non-verbal signals like nodding, verbal cues like, oh, I see, I understand, like that. Summarize the main points the speaker has made to show that you are listening carefully. For example, ask or say, it sounds like you are very much affected by the pressure at work. Show that you understand and share the speaker's feelings. For example, you tell them, it seems really tough to handle all that by yourself. It's very difficult. I can see why you feel so stressed and depressed. Then validate the speaker's feelings by indicating that their feelings are normal and understandable. Tell them it's completely normal to feel that way. Don't worry. You are right. Anyone would feel upset in a situation like this. You have done the same thing. Don't worry. Never say their feelings are wrong. Ask open-ended questions to encourage the speaker to share more about their feelings and thoughts. For example, ask, can you tell me more about what has happened? Can you tell me more about that person? How did that make you feel? Give positive reinforcements by affirming the speaker's feelings and actions positively. For example, tell them, it takes a lot of courage to face this situation like this. It's great that you are willing to talk about this. Maintain appropriate eye contact. Use open body posture and lean slightly forward to show engagement. Use facial expressions that match the speaker's emotions to show empathy and understanding. Ask questions to clarify any points that are not clear to ensure accurate understanding. For example, ask them, when you say you feel ignored, do you mean at work or in your personal life? Do you mean that person or do you mean this incident? Like that. Avoid or suspend immediate judgments. Hold on forming opinions until you have fully understood the speaker's perspective. Be willing to consider that there may be valid points in their perspective, even if it differs from your own. Stay present. It means being physically and mentally present in that moment or situation. And focus on the present moment and the interaction without letting your mind wander. Recognize and set aside your own biases that might affect your ability to understand the other person. What's more important is the perspective of the speaker, not yours. Validating is a crucial part of active listening because it makes the speaker feel heard and acknowledged. It fosters trust and rapport. It makes speakers open up and communicate honestly and freely. It reduces defensiveness. It encourages deeper and more meaningful communication. The next technique of active listening we are going to see is summarizing. Summarizing is providing a brief summary of the speaker's main points to reinforce retention. Summarizing involves briefly recapping the main points of what the speaker has said to consolidate information and ensure mutual understanding. Let's discuss some of the key techniques for summarizing in active listening. Focus on the main ideas and themes of the conversation. You have to note the critical issues, important phrases and words used, feelings expressed, and the decisions made during the conversation. Provide a concise summary of the main points. For example, start to say, to summarize and recap everything said by the speaker, including all the critical issues, important phrases and words used, feelings expressed, and the decisions made during the conversation. Ask the speaker if the summary is correct and if anything needs to be added or corrected. For example, ask them, is there anything I missed? Is there anything you'd like to add? If the speaker accepts your summary, good, you have done a good job. Summarizing is very important because it helps in ensuring that both parties are on the same page, in organizing thoughts and information, and in clarifying and confirming understanding. And hence, if you want to become an active listener, you have to be effectively using mirroring, paraphrasing, normalizing and validating, and summarizing. In future, we will be discussing other principles of servant leadership, many other contemporary leadership approaches like level 5 leadership and soft skills. Thank you. We will meet later. Till then, bye.